Hey. So last video on Wednesday was focused on the seat and reach, sit and reach test, as well as hamstring flexibility and hip mobility. So today I decided to do a shoulder focused routine, as well as not so much as well, but there's a lot of that goes into healthy shoulders. It's going to be, your breathing, your T-spine, your thoracic spine, how healthy that is, through rotation, lateral flexion, extension, flexion, the joint itself, your scapula, how well that's moving, and that's probably just a few things, but the only thing I can think of right now. But so there's quite a few things that go into some properly mobile shoulders. So first one, we're going to start with some standing shoulder circles. I think everyone should be able to do that, and we'll kind of get progressively harder. There is going to be some equipment in this one. I think I've accommodated, at least I think I've accommodated for most people. It does sound like a lot of people have something at home. So let's get into it. So just like I said, shoulder circles, and this is just one variation. There's no right or wrong one. I'm sure there's a wrong one, I just don't know if, but you can do your single arm shoulder circles like we did one, or you can do both at the same time. You choose your own adventure. But for that, we're just doing hands to the side, because next camera angle, we're going to do the same type of shoulder circles in I think it's called a quadruped position. So my hands are on the floor, my elbows are locked. I'm going to sink down, push away, and I'm trying to draw a circle within that shoulder joint. And now I'm going to reverse it. So back the other direction. This one's a little bit harder. Try not to bend the elbows too much when you're doing it. We're really trying to focus on that shoulder joint, and it might take you a few tries to get that coordination down. Don't worry if you can't. Just keep doing the standing shoulder circles, and that should be a good thing for you. If that quadruped position's a little too funky, I know it's first few times I did that, I was pretty bad. Okay, I'll actually move this down one more. Room stuff. Okay, so I'm still in that quadruped position, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to sit my hips back, and I'm going to just do some rotation. So pack the shoulders down, rotate, and again, if you watched that first video, I believe that was I want to push my hand against the ground to open up my chest towards the ceiling. It's not just reaching back with this hand, it is both. And I'll do one more per side. You can do as many as you feel like. It is a free country. Using this later. So you're gonna do I'm gonna do some seated wall slides. So my legs are just straight out. My hips should have been closer to the wall. I'm trying to relax my traps or even push them down as I raise my hands over my head. Do a couple more. Should feel some burny in that upper back. Okay, let's do, all right, changing camera angles again. Back to where it all began. So So like I said, we're going to be using the dowel. Now if you don't have a dowel, you can use a broom. Basically the same thing. If you don't have that, I know a lot of people have this type of band. Hopefully it's nice and light. As far as resistance, should be pretty light either way. You can use this. I know PT, physical therapists, give these to their clients, make them do home exercises. But if you're like me, I never did them. Probably should have. So if you have that, or I'll show you, you can do the same thing, pretty much the same thing with a t-shirt. I think I'm just going to show you with the t-shirt. I hope everyone has a t-shirt, unless you're on a nudist colony. Maybe you have some contraband. So it's a long sleeve t-shirt. Basically, I'm just going to go from front to back. So it's touching my stomach, my beer belly, to my butt. Now if you feel like you're like one shoulder and you're just getting this by and it's not working out so well, it's not so smooth, you want to get wider on the whatever you're using. The nice thing about the band, real quick, it will just expand or get longer if you need that extra mobility. If you don't have that mobility, it will just pull apart longer. So you're gonna do 5 to 8 of those. We're just gonna add in some rotation. Like this doesn't matter so much. I'm gonna rotate side to side. I'm only gonna do 3 per side. I don't like to do it too long. And you can do 5 to 8 of that. Just try to keep the hips relatively square to where you're looking. Don't let them rotate. That's not so much a bad thing, but I'm really trying to focus on getting my rotation through my my shoulder joint or my thoracic spine. Don't judge me. Nice. Now it is overhead. I'm going to pull one side, pull the other. Okay, so you can do that with pretty much any of them. And like I said yesterday, you want to add in some sort of strengthening exercise after you do some mobility. Not completely necessary, but I think it really does help. Uno más. You want to see the level of quality these videos are. I'm doing this on my dresser, and I'm basically using these to hold my phone. Okay, so I just did those 3 shoulder mobility, and now you're gonna do some shoulder taps. So helps get the core going, as well as shoulder stabilization, and it's all Gouda. So you're in your push-up position. I'm gonna have my hands close, almost my thumbs are basically touching, and then I'm gonna get my feet wide, and I'm just gonna slowly touch each shoulder. Notice how I'm not explaining this as I do it. I haven't really been working out other than these videos. A little out of shape. So feet are further apart. And again, this one is meant to go nice and slow, but that's too hard. Go back to doing the wall slides. If you have a band, which we're gonna end with some band pull aparts, that's another option. Or even just doing like a push-up hold, a push-up plank position hold is another shoulder stabilization core exercise. So if you do the shoulder taps, 5 a side, alternate, nice and slow. Okay. Up to the third draw.